Number 7. Bereiev B2O. In the context of the Russia-Ukraine battlefield, the spotlight has turned to various aerospace assets, among them the Bereiev Design Bureau's flagship aircraft. While its A-50 airborne early warning system has suffered significant losses, including confirmed reports of at least 2 being precisely shot down, global attention has shifted toward another remarkable model under the same bureau, Bereiev B2O. The B2O, a meticulously engineered amphibious jet aircraft, stands out not only as Russia's only jet-powered amphibious plane but also as the largest jet amphibious aircraft in the world today. Its development began in the aftermath of the Soviet Union's collapse, though its conceptual predecessor, the A-40 Albatros, traces back to the 1980s. Known by NATO as the Mermaid, the A-40 program was ultimately discontinued after the U.S. dissolved, leaving only one prototype built. The B2O emerged as a civilian successor to this ambitious anti-submarine aircraft. Manufactured by the Urquhart Corporation, it conducted its maiden flight in 1998 and entered active service in 2003. The B2O was designed to perform a variety of missions in remote coastal areas lacking advanced infrastructure. With a fuselage length of 32 meters, a wingspan of 32.8 meters, and a height of 8.9 meters, the aircraft can carry up to 72 passengers. Its structural design features high-mounted swept wings, with engines placed above the wings to prevent water ingestion during surface operations. One of its most distinctive features is its ability to rapidly scoop up 12 tons of water in just 14 seconds while skimming the water's surface, a capability widely used in aerial firefighting. Besides firefighting, the B2O is also configured for search and rescue, maritime patrol, cargo transport, and passenger services. Its cabin can be converted from cargo to passenger configuration within an hour, offering maximum versatility. The passenger version has a range of 870 miles, making it highly adaptable. Owing to these characteristics, the B2O was deployed in firefighting operations across multiple countries during the 2000s, with notable performances in Italy, Portugal, and Indonesia. However, the development and production of the B2O have faced persistent obstacles. Initially powered by the Ukrainian Progress D436 engines, the aircraft's future was jeopardized following the 2014 Crimea crisis, when Ukraine halted aviation engine exports to Russia. In response, Russia turned to the SAM-146 engine developed by PowerJet, a French-Russian joint venture. The SAM-146, also used on the Sukhoi Superjet 100, was seen as a viable replacement. Number 6. Airbus A380. The Airbus A380 holds the title of the world's largest passenger aircraft and is the only full-length double-deck jetliner ever built. When the first A380 took off in 2005 to worldwide fanfare and anticipation, it was hailed as the dawn of a new era in civil aviation. However, just 16 years later, this airborne behemoth quietly exited the stage. The story of the A380 begins as early as 1988, when Airbus initiated studies on an ultra-large aircraft intended to break Boeing 747's long-standing monopoly on long-haul routes. Officially announced in 1990 and formally launched in December 2000, the project underwent over a decade of research and development. With a staggering investment of approximately $25 billion, Airbus finally constructed a giant aircraft measuring 72.72 meters in length and 24.09 meters in height. The aircraft offered an extraordinary range of 14,800 kilometers and a standard seating capacity of 525 passengers, which could be increased to 853 in an all-economy configuration, powered by 4 high-thrust engines, either the Engine Alliance GP7200 or the Rolls-Royce Trent 900. The A380 delivered both powerful performance and smooth flight stability. Perhaps its most eye-catching feature was its immense space. The full-length double-deck design not only allowed for greater passenger volume, but also gave airlines greater flexibility in interior design. Some carriers installed onboard bars, showers, lounges, and private suites, making the A380 resemble a luxury hotel in the sky. Since seat stacking was limited by weight restrictions, these amenities became a practical solution for space utilization. The A380 also surpassed its competitors in cabin comfort. Its advanced air filtration, better pressurization systems, quiet environment, and spacious seating dramatically reduced passenger fatigue, making the flying experience more akin to that of a cruise ship than a ferry. Despite its many advantages, the A380 struggled to secure long-term market viability. From the outset, the program was plagued by high costs, engineering complexity, and significant delivery delays. One of the primary setbacks was its intricate wiring system, which caused delivery delays of nearly 2 years and drove development costs nearly twice as high as anticipated. Even at peak production, Airbus manufactured only 30 aircraft annually, and the total output of about 250 planes fell far short of the original projection of 1,500. Emirates became its largest customer, but the anticipated surge in Asian and Middle Eastern demand did not meet Airbus's forecasts. While passengers lauded the A380's comfort and quiet ride, airlines were reluctant to absorb its high fuel consumption and costly maintenance. Low load factors further increased per-flight costs, making profitability elusive compared to mid-sized, long-range aircraft. Twin-engine aircraft, such as the Boeing 777 and 787, and Airbus's own A330 and A350, offered comparable range but greater operational flexibility and efficiency, quickly becoming the preferred choice. Number 5. Hindenburg airship. In the annals of scientific and technological history, most inventions disappear gradually, replaced over time. Few vanish as dramatically as the airship, whose reign ended in a single, catastrophic moment. The Hindenburg LZ-129, once the pride of German engineering and the largest flying machine ever built, was the centerpiece of this abrupt ending. Development of airships began in the late 19th century, using low-density gases such as hydrogen or helium to provide lift. These crafts required minimal propulsion to stay aloft, making them environmentally friendly and economically advantageous. Their low noise and low operating costs made them attractive options in early aviation. However, airships had inherent flaws. Chief among them was their slow speed. Even trains and automobiles could surpass their pace. Their massive size and low cruising altitude made them especially vulnerable to adverse weather. In addition, gas safety posed serious concerns. Though helium is significantly safer than hydrogen, the global supply was tightly controlled by the United States, which banned its export due to scarcity. As a result, Germany relied on flammable hydrogen for lift, setting the stage for disaster. Constructed in 1935 by the Zeppelin Company, the Hindenburg represented the zenith of rigid airship design. At 245 meters long and 41.2 meters in diameter, it was filled with 200,000 cubic meters of hydrogen. In addition to passengers, the airship housed 15 cargo compartments, with a total capacity of 8.7 tons. Its maiden voyage on March 4, 1936, launched regular transatlantic service, turning the Hindenburg into a symbol of luxury travel. The interior resembled an upscale ocean liner, complete with dining rooms, lounges, and even smoking areas, offering what many considered the ultimate airborne experience. All that changed on May 6, 1937. That evening, the Hindenburg departed Frankfurt, Germany, for Lakehurst Naval Air Station in New Jersey, USA. As it prepared to land, hovering just 300 meters above ground, it suddenly ignited. In under 30 seconds, the entire airship was engulfed in flames and crashed to the ground. The disaster killed 13 passengers, 36 crew members, and 1 ground staff member, 50 people in total. The cause remains debated, but the National Transportation Safety Board's widely accepted conclusion points to a snapped cable during a sharp turn in stormy weather, which punctured a hydrogen cell. The leaking gas was ignited by static discharge, leading to an immediate and uncontrollable blaze. Though not the deadliest airship crash in history, the Hindenburg disaster was unique in being fully documented by journalists and photographers. Number 4. Boeing 747. Ask almost anyone about a Boeing aircraft, and chances are they'll mention the Boeing 737, known worldwide as the Queen of the Skies. Since its inaugural flight in 1969, the 747 has become one of aviation's most enduring symbols. Among the variants, the Boeing 7478 represents the final evolution of this storied family. Available in both cargo and passenger versions, the 7478 first took flight as a freighter on February 8, 2010, with deliveries starting in October 2011. Its cargo version featured a shortened upper deck, a payload capacity of 140 tons, and a range of 7,630 kilometers. The passenger version followed with the maiden flight on March 20, 2011, and entered commercial service in June 2012. It could carry up to 605 passengers, or 467 in a standard 3-class configuration, and had a maximum range of 14,430 kilometers. The 7478 is the largest aircraft Boeing has ever built and remains the longest passenger airliner in the world. Compared to the 747,400, the 7478 features a 5.5 meter longer fuselage, totaling 76 meters in length. Its wingspan increased by 3.5 meters, and the aircraft is roughly 10 centimeters taller overall, though it retains the classic hump and swept-wing design. Its new wings are thicker and deeper, offering greater fuel capacity. The aircraft also features raked wingtips for improved aerodynamic efficiency, powered by General Electric Jenks engines. From those used on the 787 Dreamliner, 7478 incorporates composite fan blades and nacelles, offering high bypass ratios for better fuel economy and reduced maintenance. Its maximum takeoff weight reaches 442 tons, making it the heaviest aircraft Boeing has ever manufactured. The cockpit underwent a complete modernization, replacing CRT displays with LCD panels and introducing advanced flight management tools, such as electronic airport maps, vertical flight path displays, and electronic checklists. The result is improved situational awareness, enhanced safety, and increased operational efficiency. As the fastest subsonic airliner in commercial service, the 7478 can cruise at Mach 0.9, or approximately 1,130 km per hour. It has a service ceiling of 13,137 meters and can fly over 9,000 miles without refueling. One of its longest active routes is Korean Air's flight from Seoul to Atlanta, covering 7,152 miles in 15 hours and 40 minutes. Despite its achievements, the 7478 did not replicate the commercial success of its predecessors. Only 155 units were produced, 107 freighters and 48 passenger versions. Nevertheless, the aircraft symbolizes the culmination of an era of bold aerospace engineering.